No, the bombs have not yet dropped, cutting off our power supply and leading us down the rabbit hole with global tensions that is World War III, possibly with the second largest superpower in the world, Zimbabwe. But the fact that a worst case scenario exists and that we're not living in it right now means that there are still things in this world that can bring you happiness. One place that I find this joy is in creating art. Not necessarily paints on canvas or traditional art, but in storytelling. We hear every day about the importance of our frontline medical staff, risking their health and well being to treat us. And the fact is that they seek to understand more about the human body and in turn create a safer environment for themselves. Their dedication to their own well-being and curiosity about the world are what make them heroic, their values. But what about the artists of the world, people not deemed essential workers? If our outlook on the world is dismal, either by our own choice or because that's what's normal now, we turn to anger and impatience as weapons to point at other people and inside at the best part of ourselves. Whenever I lash out at other people, at my family or my friends, it's because I'm scared. Anger becomes a defense mechanism because in that instant, I've let go of the only escape from the situation, the solution, learning. And without anything to guide us out of this place of fear, we're stuck in a state of misery without a destination, a ship without a captain. Every day becomes punishment. Life becomes a search for immediate gratification and escapism, instead of long-term planning that is the hallmark of the human mind. Because we start to hate improvement. So what does art do? Experiencing worthwhile art gives us a glimpse into someone else's mind, because what that person created was intentional. They selected specific themes, arguments, concrete principles that can be directly witnessed by our senses. Love, justice, presence. It's a chance to empathize with characters, either seen through film or on a canvas, or even experienced in the mind's eye with music. There's a reason why some of classical music has movements. It's like stories in a grander narrative, painting a vivid picture in your mind. Experiencing that electric jolt, which is so unique to art, running up your body and into your mind, is like nothing else, because it demonstrates the beauty of this world. Some call art completely subjective, colors on a wall or random notes without any meaning. But we can understand meaning because art is what it feels like to be alive, to be happy, to be sad, to fall down, to get back up, to hope and look up at the world. Because it's all human experience. What about the experience of creating art? When I was a kid, I used to write about worms, and I would have these little comic books that I would make. And they each had their own stories, and they would go to school, they would have fights, they would make friendships, all that kind of stuff. I loved writing, but as an adult, I gave that up. And such a profound source of joy, giving that up, what did I do it for? They tell us that when we're adults, we're supposed to have matured. But the wisdom that I had then did not carry over to now. And I purposefully delayed my writing, I delayed content creation, I delayed my own happiness. But creating art, creating anything is an investment that pays off returns in time, even if it's not money. It could be the skill itself, because skill building is valuable. And recognizing that you've created something worthwhile, when you develop that skill, you in turn develop the artistic capacity and the philosophical one, the recognition of beauty and virtue. Money is important, but what's more important is putting down notes to music, is putting down pen to paper, is putting down a paintbrush to canvas, a camera to a film, hands to on clay, whatever your medium is. Creation is what's important because it helps us understand the world and our world inside. And for you artists who have spent years developing their skill and still continue to spend hours in your craft, you make the world more joyful and better to experience for the rest of us. So thank you. You are essential.